It's time to look at some Bronco free agents that the Vikings could snipe. All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I am Onebar, and it's another edition. I gave this a name. I didn't even tell you. It's another edition of the Coaches Connection.
Coaches Connection. That's like my favorite show back in the day. Actually, no, it was a Nintendo game. It was City Connection.
City Connection. So we're going to be talking about some Broncos, seeing how we got 3 new coaches from the Broncos staff: defensive coordinator Ed Donatel, Chris Cooper, O-line coach, and running backs coach Chris Modkin. So we're going to look at the free agents that they might be looking at.
Yeah, it's weird because we have 2 of those 3 coaches on the offensive side of the ball, and I think pretty much everybody here is defense except for one. So, yeah, I mean, this is something that happens when coaches come to new teams. They tend to bring players with them. Doesn't always happen, but you look at these free agents. These might not be guys we necessarily want, but guys who could definitely come here via that coaching connection.
Yes. Before we get into that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the video here every damn day, talking Vikings, getting very close to 6,000 subscribers. And you know what? I think a reason we're leaning heavily on the defensive side is not only do guys usually follow their coach, but they're following kind of his scheme too. He's putting in the whole new scheme. He needs some guys that's familiar with his type. So I definitely think defensively it makes sense.
Well, yeah. I mean, the offensive guys, one's an O-line coach or one's a running back coach. So your D coordinator is the guy who's coming from Denver. So, yeah, he's going to want guys who fit his system, guys he knows, he knows what these guys bring to the table day in and day out. So this makes a lot of sense. And let's just hop into one right off the bat. Probably a guy who might be too pricey for what the Vikings are going to be able to pay out. But, damn it, they need help at the cornerback position. You're going to probably draft one high. You'd like to get a veteran in there. This whole entire cornerback group for the Vikings needs to be looked over, change them out, because it is pretty damn gross the way it stands right now. And obviously Kyle Fuller is the guy who sticks out on Denver. You got to have this veteran corner, and I would love it to be Kyle Fuller. I just don't know if it's going to happen. You look at his stats: 441 career tackles, 19 career picks, 86 pass breakups. He's 30 years old. Yes, maybe that helps the contract a little bit, but I'd love to have this guy. He's still playing at a high level, but I just think he might be too high for the Vikings.
Yeah, that would be just fine with me. He had a really bad year last year. And Kyle Fuller, he had a sexy name. I remember back in the day, he definitely, didn't his rookie year he have just a ton of interceptions or something?
Yeah, he did.
But last year was pretty bad. Any cornerback's going to make a lot of money, though. So Kyle Fuller, I wouldn't be overly upset about it. 30 years old. They had 44 receptions on 67 targets against him last year, and his coverage was dog dump.
Yeah, you got to remember, too, he's playing the AFC West, though, with some very, very talented receivers, high-octane offenses. You can't really slow those guys down, or you can't stop them. You can hope to slow them down. So I don't put that too much on him. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is. They're throwing the ball all the time. He's going to give some up. But, again, still way better than anything the Vikings have on the roster right now. I would be all for bringing in Kyle Fuller.
I'd rather have Patrick Peterson back than Kyle Fuller. I'd rather have you play than Kyle Fuller.
Wow.
I
would not rather have you.
If he had a 40 ranking for PFF, I think it was last year.
Which would probably still be better than anybody the Vikings currently have on their team.
Pickers can't be choosers. I like it. Kyle Fuller, we got our eyes on you.
Hell yeah, we do. All right, who you got?
Let's go to, we got a couple linebackers on the list. Let's go with A.J. Johnson, 30 years old, only started 6 games last year. He got hurt, but he had a pretty damn good year. A.J. Johnson, another one, 30 years old. None of these guys are real spring chickens, but he's a guy that could come in, help out the defense. We need help at linebacker. A.J. Johnson was a guy I remember out of Tennessee when he came out. Loved him, but he's been pretty good. I'd say good, not great.
Yeah, and I got another one, same kind of category. It's a guy, good, not great. It's linebacker Josey Jewell, another guy you could plug in the middle of this defense who knows Ed Donatel, knows the system. He missed most of last year, but 2020 had a great year, 113 tackles, 4 pass breakups, 5 tackles for a loss, a couple of sacks. Not overly flashy. I think he helps you on special teams, and he could play next to Kendricks in the middle. I think he'd be all right. Josey Jewell.
Yeah, I think him and Johnson are looked at probably just more short-term. Get these guys in here, get this defense humming, hum. But Josey Jewell, I got to be honest, I remember him. He was a 4th rounder. I don't know a ton about him, I looked him up quick, and I saw an article that was like, out of all the guys that Denver needs to bring back, he is the guy. We need him back.
Wow.
He's pretty much on par with kind of these other guys.
I don't know. He's just one of these guys too. I said about Joe Noteboom and the Rams when we did, but Josie Jewell, I just feel like he's the one who's coming here for whatever reason. It's a gut feeling. It's my Lupagus ESP. I don't know. I just sense it.
Well, let's stick with the linebackers, and this is the guy I actually have a hunch. This is my guy out of the bunch that I think could come here, and that's Kenny Young, 27 years old. They traded for. He was on the Rams connection, and Denver traded for him. I guess the Rams got rid of him, so maybe it's not a good thing. But he's played for 3 teams in 4 years. Not splashy, depth piece, very athletic linebacker, can make plays. He started 25 games in his career, 5.5 sacks. He's kind of just a guy that maybe starts, but would be a good depth piece.
And let's not forget, the Vikings don't have a ton of money. So, I mean, a lot of these names they bring in might not be household names, guys who are going to be making big contracts. So guys like Kenny Young who fill a need, maybe down the depth chart, you got to bring these guys in. And, again, not only are you looking for starters a lot of these positions, you need to fill it to depth. So it makes a lot of sense. And
one other thing is we've been so trained for every last 10 years of free agency, whatever it is where Vikings have always targeted these guys coming off their rookie contracts. They never go like really old, but this is a new era. Maybe we like the old timers. Maybe we want some veteran presence.
Anything goes right now. We don't know what's going to happen. You know, O'Connell came out and said they want to compete right away. I think Kwesi said the same thing. So these veterans who are ready to go, I mean, maybe this is what they look at. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're onto something here.
Well, if they want to compete right away, they need to stay away from Kyle Fuller.
Maybe, but maybe not. All right, last one on the list. I think this is the only guy on the offensive side of the football. It's quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. You know, Kirk Cousins trade rumors are heating up. Kevin O'Connell didn't exactly douse those on the radio yesterday. So the Vikings do let him go. They'll be looking for that. I don't want to, I'm not trying to make a pun here, but the bridge quarterback. And Teddy, he tends to miss guys deep, a little inconsistent on his accuracy, but a guy who I think could get you through, make you still fairly competitive, especially in a division that could be without Aaron Rodgers. You could do worse than Teddy Bridgewater as your quarterback.
You could do worse. We all know Teddy. We all know he's a guy that's probably not going to win a game. He's probably not going to lose a game. Looking at his career numbers, he's 33-30. He was 7-7 last year as a starter. I can't see it. If Kevin O'Connell wants to win, I mean, who knows? Anything is possible, like we said. But Teddy Bridgewater coming back. Love Teddy, but if they want to win, they got to look somewhere else.
He's just, compete. He's just kind of this 500 quarterback who's, like you said, not good enough to win, not bad enough to lose the games. Again, if you have enough weapons on offense, you got Delvin Cook, you got Justin Jefferson, you hopefully have Irv Smith Jr., your O-line's a little bit better. Maybe that's enough where Teddy can get you a few wins. And again, it might not take a whole hell of a lot in this division to win if Rodgers does leave.
We will see. Teddy Bridgewater maybe coming home, maybe not. We probably just gave everybody a lot of anxiety by just mentioning Teddy Bridgewater. One other guy worth mentioning, cornerback, Bryce Callahan. We remember him back.
Oh, yeah, we forgot him.
Back in the day with the Bears. That's where I remember him mostly from. 5'9". I didn't realize he was so small, and I didn't realize he was so old. He's already 30 years old. So 45 games started, 6 career interceptions. The good thing about Callahan, put him in the slot. He plays in the slot. He's good at it. He's good against the run, and he's a very good tackler. So Callahan, I would probably take him over any of the other corners.
Yeah, I had him on my list too. I just skipped him, but yeah, he's very aggressive. This guy comes up and he will tackle, he will hit, he'll help support the run. I don't love the fact that he's 5'9". I'm not a fan of small corners, especially in the era we're in now with all these big receivers who can go up and get the football. So yeah, he's undersized, but veteran corner. I want a veteran corner. And you look at what we had last year, any of these guys we name, I mean, you can't get any worse than what we saw on the field last year. Bashad Breeland, just saying that name makes my mouth pucker like a young. I don't know. I was gonna go with that.
Don't say it. Don't say it. We there's a common theme to the guys we list. We just say it can't get any worse. Anything's an upgrade, which is true. So even though we're harping on some of these guys, they might not be sexy, but they're probably improvements.
No, you got to get some better players in here, guys who can actually maybe cover somebody. We saw too much of that last year, just way too big a cushion. So Bryce Callahan, yeah, he ain't big, but he'll be up in your face, helping you grill in the line.
What a slot corner. Love it.
He is. All All right, so that's it, right? No more? You got no more hidden gems on there for me?
That's it. I mean, there are clearly some other names on the list, like Melvin Gordon's and Kareem Jackson's and Stephen Weatherly and Shamar Steffens, but we just picked the ones that we thought were probably most reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep – I don't see the Vikings going out and getting a free agent running back, even though we have Modkins here. It just doesn't make sense with the guys we have on the depth chart. So, yeah, I think these guys make the most sense, and whether or not we're super excited about them coming to Minnesota – doesn't mean they won't still come here. It happens all the time.
Happens all the time. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? Any of these guys you want, or do you just want to move on to a completely different team? We still got to do the Bears.
Oh, we got Packers too. Because we got 2 coaches on their staff as well. The series is not over yet, and neither is this. An estimated 0.7% of the world's population is drunk at any given moment.